We're live with Onyx Path News. Welcome to another Monday of news, another week of releases, and of course, another week in the splendid year of 2022. And what a year it has been! What a year indeed! Lots of ups, lots of downs, lots of creamy middles as well. And for Onyx Path, it's been a very productive year. I may do a year in summary at the end. In fact, I mean, if I was to go through every single release in a year in summary, I would be here for at least 52 minutes describing every single one. And of course, we sometimes release products more than one a week. So, yeah, that could be a very long video. Maybe I'll bench that idea. Anyway. Yes, this last week we have, of course, released new products as we always do, as we release something new every single week. It is no small undertaking, but damn it, we manage it. And last week it was two books: Adversaries of the Righteous for Exalted 3rd Edition and Connection Lost, the Squeaks in the Deep Jumpstart. So let's start with Adversaries of the Righteous. Adversaries of the Righteous is a massive and beautiful, incredibly colourful bestiary for Exalted. Now, Exalted is one of those games where the combat and I guess the color you add to the combat is absolutely integral to the game. It's a game of grand, sweeping, heroic feats. Performing all kinds of magical and heroic actions with your charms and with your standard attacks. Basically, it is Final Fantasy writ large. If you've never played it before, although it certainly takes influence from a lot of other animes, JRPG sources too. And with that, if you're a fan of Final Fantasy, you will know, of course, that part of the excitement of playing a Final Fantasy video game is you go through a huge series of different kinds of monsters. I know there are some people love. If you're watching right now live, feel free to chime in with your least favorite Final Fantasy antagonist. I have a feeling I will know at least one that's going to appear, and the name rhymes with Bon Jerry. And yeah, this book, Adversaries of the Righteous, does the same thing for Exalted. It has a massive span of beasts, antagonists, monsters, villains within it of varying power level. So that your groups, your exalted characters can, well, meet them at different parts of their adventure. I do recommend you pick it up. I know I always wax on about how much I love bestiaries. I mention it a lot, but that's because I think they're one of the greatest resources a storyteller can have when running a game. And hello there, the Luxtel. Pleased to see you live. And on top of Adversaries of the Righteous, which of course was released in Piecemeal Edition, this is the Collect Edition. We did release it issue by issue over the course of several years, but there's added monsters in this, to my knowledge. Plus, if you had bought it bit by bit, I believe you will have been contacted by now by Onyx Path or Drive Through RPG with a steep discount. There is the Squeaks in the Deep Jumpstart. Jumpstarts are one of my favorite products that we've really gone in on at Onyx Path over the last year or two because it's a complete adventure. It will have characters, playable characters in the back, and what's more, it will also have rules for play, not just for the Jumpstart, but for playing the role-playing game in general. It's a nice condensed version of the TTRPG that you have in your hands, and Squeaks in the Deep's Jumpstart isn't an exception to that. It's a lot of fun, incredibly well written, and really sells, I think, the gloomy and scary part of Squeaks in the Deep. A lot of people, when they look at Realms of Pugmire, they think, oh, animals, it's fun, it's fantasy. But Squeaks in the Deep takes things to dark places and certainly leans on some of those, I guess, animal dramas that we all know and love and watched as children that left us mentally scarred. And Squeaks in the Deep does it very, very well. Of course, in this game, you're playing mice, you're playing rats, you're playing that kind of creature. But there's no reason you can't add dogs from Pugmire, cats from Monarchies of Mao, or indeed the birds and lizards and other such creatures that we've introduced over the course of the Realms of Pugmire series. So the jump start is out. You can get it in PDF and print on demand. I recommend you do. Our jump starts tend to be about, well, here's the They Came From Beyond the Grave one, in my opinion, the best jump start we've ever released. And it's a pretty slimline book, but it will have everything you need in it. As I say, it will have the entire system, it will have an adventure, and it will have characters and character sheets. In the case that They Came From, you also get cinematic and quip cards, so you can't say fairer than that. So do check that out. It is linked below. Now, on the subject of Exalted, our Sidereal's Kickstarter is still ongoing and doing very well. It is too. It seems to be knocking out stretch goals, and the fans seem very hyped about it. I think the fact that we keep offering new playable options for Exalted just goes to show the depths that you can plumb in creation in the world of Exalted. There's lots of different ways into this game, and Sidereals has proven very popular, we are happy to say. So do back that if you can. What's more, it is the Trinity Continuum sale month over on Drive-Thru RPG. 10th anniversary, soon coming to an end. We're releasing certain game lines at 90% off their regular cost. This month, it's the Trinity Continuum game line. So if you want any Trinity books at 90% off their regular cost, you need to be doing that this month. You need to be buying it this month. Again, linked below. If you miss out on this, you're not going to be able to get those books so cheap. Again, this isn't a campaign we're making a huge amount of money on because we're selling things at 10% of their regular cost. This is something we're doing to say thank you to the customers who have supported us for 10 years now. Or, even if you've only just joined, we're celebrating the fact that we've been around so long, we've been flourishing, especially in recent years. And we're, I guess you could say, giving it back a little to the fans, the people that have constantly given us their support. We do appreciate it, which is why every month we have put a different game line up for 90% off its regular cost. So do take advantage of the Trinity Continuum one. Pick yourself up a copy of Aberrant or Aeon or The Core or any of the books that we have on there. I guarantee you will enjoy them. They're really well written. Final thing I want to mention is on the 30th of this month, we have our Onyx Path night at Start Playing. Maybe you've got a quiet end of the year planned. Maybe you'd love to do some gaming before the end of the year. Well, we do have this month planned for Trinity Continuum themed. That doesn't mean you have to play or run Trinity Continuum. Start Playing is a place where you can set up a venue, essentially set up your stall, advertise a game, attract players to you, and just start running. It's that simple. I mention every now and then, advertise it as a new game if you're new to it. Advertise that you're learning the rules, and players who feel likewise will gravitate toward you. It's a really good tactic to draw players. Everyone learns at the same time, even if it's just a character creation session. People will enjoy that. If you are looking for players, and whether it's in general or for Start Playing, do hop over to the Onyx Path Discord, also linked below, because we have a very active Discord with a server for every single game line on there, and you can inevitably find a group for whatever game it is you're looking to run that we support. So, with that said, I'm going to head off to the Monday meeting. Thank you very much for watching, and I will speak to you again next week.